Well, sneaky Patrick Brown is thankfully toast when it comes to being the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada after he was booted from the leadership race earlier this month due to alleged violations of campaign finance laws. But Brown loves power for the sake of power, and so it is that he recently announced that he will indeed be running again for mayor of Brampton this fall. Now, you may recall that last month, we exposed that Brown was allegedly breaking the rules by running a secret campaign headquarters in Vaughan, Ontario, and was allegedly using at least 6 senior City of Brampton staffers to work on his campaign, apparently while they were still on company time. Indeed, not only were staffers working at the Vaughan campaign headquarters, but it looks like some of them were allegedly jet-setting across the country with Brown while allegedly remaining on the municipal payroll. So in effect, the taxpayers of Brampton were paying for Brown's CPC campaign. That's wrong, that's egregious, and it's actually downright scandalous. But then again, Patrick Brown and scandal go together like peanut butter and jam. And when we caught Patrick Brown at his secret boiler room operation on June 3rd, well, par for the course, he fled the scene and called the police on us?
Why would you want to conduct a traffic stop
You
on
came
this?
in going a little faster in our parking lot, so we want to see what's going on.
Oh, is that right? I was just following Patrick Brown's vehicle, officer.
Okay.
He has a secret campaign headquarters.
No, that's fine.
In
Regardless
Vaughan.
of that point, we
Okay.
know who he is. And
Okay.
we're going to find out who you are.
Oh, my name is David Menzies. I'm a
Okay, you got your
reporter.
driver's license for me.
Absolutely.
You know that he is...
Sorry? Sorry, sir?
By the way, that potty-mouthed chauffeur who said, "We know who the F you are," well, guess what? He happens to be Bradley Norton, and guess what again? He too is a City of Brampton employee who was conscripted to work, apparently, for the Patrick Brown campaign. Wow. By the way, that was a very interesting statement Mr. Norton made. He said, "We," meaning he and Patrick Brown, "know who we are," meaning myself and Lincoln J. So I wonder what Patrick Brown said on his phone call to the police. Do you think he may have said words to the effect of, "There are 2 carjackers chasing me and I fear for my life"? Because if he did, his driver stated that he knew that it was I and Lincoln J following both of them. They would also know that we're not criminals. We mean them no harm. So do you think the driver's statement might catch Patrick Brown in a lie yet again in the future? Well, I do, but we'll never be able to prove that. And lo and behold, Bradley Norton is also a City of Brampton employee who is working on the Patrick Brown CPC leadership campaign too. So make that 7 City of Brampton employees that were allegedly working on Team Brown for several weeks as opposed to, Team Brampton. And to recap the previous 6 staffers that we outed, first is Babu Nagalingam. He is the chief of staff for the mayor. We documented that his white Audi SUV was parked outside the secret Vaughan headquarters for weeks on end during business hours. But look at this photo from the war room. Check out those statements such as membership race and ask Babu. This would seem to indicate there was a membership sales contest going on, like something taken right out of Glengarry Glen Ross. First prize, Cadillac Eldorado. Second prize, a set of steak knives. But Babu is supposed to be chief of staff to the mayor. Yet during those weeks, he was working at the Vaughan Boiler Room. He wasn't doing city business. He was doing Brown business. And then there is Margaret Beveridge. She's the Senior Director, Operation, Mayor's Office. She drives a white Fiat, which, like Babu's Audi, was parked outside the Vaughan headquarters on numerous occasions. What was she doing there? Again, these shenanigans, i.e. city staff shifting their resources to work on a federal leadership campaign for the mayor as opposed to, working for the city of Brampton taxpayers, well, that is contrary to the Municipal Elections Act and the Canada Elections Act. It is also contrary to the Brampton Code of Conduct, specifically rules number 4 and 5. But wait, folks, there's more. Some City of Brampton staff actually crisscrossed the country campaigning for Brown, allegedly on the taxpayer dime. Case in point, Guldeep Gholi. Mr. Gholi is the advisor for seniors and planning for the mayor's office. But here he is in Edmonton on May 10th and 11th, and then in Calgary from May 14th to May 19th. What City of Brampton business was Guldeep doing in the province of Alberta? And then there's City of Brampton employee Sri Valipur Anthar. Sri traveled to Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver to sell memberships for Brown. And he traveled with Brown to Edmonton for the candidates debate on May 11th. Not to be outdone, we have Yeshua Jonas, assistant to the mayor. Well, he flew out to Western Canada during the week of May 11th. Now, here's a photo of him at the Raman Katra event in Calgary on May 14th. And finally, there is Iqbal Singh, the assistant to Babu and Margaret. But we've been tipped off that he actually worked on the Brown campaign full time, and eyewitnesses also place him at that sneaky Vaughan headquarters. Now, we did reach out to 6 of these employees: Babu Nagalangam, Margaret Beveridge, Guldeep Gholi, Sri Valparananthar, Iqbal Singh, and Yeshua Jonas. Our questions included the following. 1, why are you regularly working in the city of Vaughan and not the city of Brampton, the municipality that employs you? 2, why are you flying across Canada with Brown and not working for the city of Brampton? 3, are you working on Mr. Brown's campaign for Conservative leader while still being paid by the city of Brampton? And 4, did you notify the chief administrative officer for the city of Brampton that you were taking time off from your municipal duties to work on the Patrick Brown campaign? And 5, if you have indeed taken a leave of absence from your city of Brampton position, can you kindly forward us documentation that would prove this fact? Only Miss Beveridge, Mr. Gholi, and Mr. Jonas responded. All 3 of them claimed they worked on Brown's campaign on an unpaid basis, but they would not provide any proof that this is indeed the case. Until I see that proof, sorry, I just simply do not believe them. And while Mr. Jonas denied he flew to Edmonton and Vancouver with Brown, he failed to mention Calgary, and little wonder, because we have a photo of him in Cowtown attending the Raman Katra event. Oops. As for the other 3 City of Brampton employees, they have declined to return our queries. But here's the deal. We have repeatedly reached out to the City of Brampton itself. We have called and emailed the Chief Administrative Officer and the Media Relations Department for the city, and it's been radio silence. Sorry, that's not good enough. Or is this a matter that everybody that works at that city is somehow under the control of Patrick Brown? Regardless, I am now leaving the studio and delivering this dossier to City of Brampton officials. There has to be at least an investigation into these allegations of fraudulent use of taxpayer-funded resources. which we have documented now on several occasions, enough is enough. The people of Brampton deserve better. Well, folks, as promised, we traveled from Toronto to Brampton to track down somebody that might know anything about a potential investigation. I'm thinking specifically of Paul Morrison, who is the CAO here. It would be nice if the media relations people returned calls from the media. I think that's what their job entails. We haven't heard from them. And who knows, maybe one of these members, can I call them the Sinister Seven, or is that a little too judgmental? We have Babu, Margaret, Guldeep, Shri, Iqbal, Yeshua, and good old Bradley, the potty mouth chauffeur. Maybe they're here. Hey, what if we came across the sneaky one himself, Patrick Brown? Now, I don't think he spends much time in City Hall besides the last 4 or 5 council meetings have been canceled. The city doesn't even govern itself. It's on autopilot. Anyways, I'm going to go in and see if the people here can connect me with one of the individuals that we're talking about. I'm not hopeful, but we're going to give it a try.
You're like right after the meeting was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe if you came earlier, you would have caught them.
I guess, yeah, well, you know what I can do, I have a copy of this dossier for Mr. Morrison. Can I leave it with you to show over to him? And I'll just fasten that. And yeah, like I said, by the way, I appreciate you making those calls. I just can't get through to anyone, even with media relations.
Okay.
Would they be gone too, or?
Most, because our day ends at 4:30, so
Oh,
they
okay
may have
then.
any have left.
Don't exactly burn the midnight oil here.
Well, there you have it, folks. It reminds me of the old saying, the lights are on, but nobody's home. The nice lady at reception said quitting time's around 4:30. I think we came around 3:50, so that means maybe everyone's already left for the day, kind of like banker's hours here at Brampton City Hall. But we did give a copy of this dossier to Mr. Morrison. I think he owes it to us to get back to us and at least give us an update of what's being done, given all the rules and laws that are allegedly being broken. He certainly owes it to the people of Brampton, which he represents, to launch some kind of investigation. Hey, if we've got it wrong, we'll do a mea culpa, but I don't think we have. We have names, we have dates, we have places, we have photographs, we have eyewitnesses. We even have videos, including the infamous one that we shot on June the 3rd when we caught Sneaky Patrick Brown at his secret getaway. In the meantime, we'll linger about just in case we see any of these 7 individuals. And I guess the question remains, where is Babu? Where is Babu? Babu, Babu, Babu. Where are you? For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, have you been to the Rebel News store lately? Well, you should. The #1 hit of the summer is our Justin Castro t-shirt. That's the one that has half of Justin Trudeau's face and the other half is Fidel Castro's face. You know what the rumors suggest. I got to tell you, the resemblance is uncanny. Say, do you think maybe that's why Justin Trudeau went out and got that Jim Carrey Dumb and Dumber haircut the other day to, downplay the resemblance? Yeah, I think we can take credit for that. In any event, if you want more than one, what a promotion we're running. Type in the promo code SUMMER, that's SUMMER, buy 2 unisex t-shirts, get the 3rd one for free. So come on, strike a fashionable pose this summer and tell Justin Trudeau what you really think about his potential DNA.